Hey miners, I'm Brock, welcome back to Mining Engineer Plays Minecraft, and today I've got something special planned for you guys. So, you might have heard that Jeff Bezos is retiring from the CEO position at Amazon in the third quarter of 2021, so I thought as a bit of a tribute, I want to try and set up a bit of a little Amazon delivery system in our world here. And if you've followed the Instagram, you would have seen already a little snapshot of something I've been working on. I really want to try and get a fortune pickaxe today, so that'll make our job easier and we'll have to spend less time in the nether where we can get absolutely demolished. And in order to do that, we're going to need to find some cows and get some leather going so that we can build a level 30 enchanting room. The reason I'm out here planting trees, well that's pretty cool, is because I want to build a little cow paddock out here, and it's going to be pretty large perimeter. I want to have that kind of iconic look out over the ranch feel where we'll have all the cows out there grazing on the grass, and I really want to use spruce wood planks for the fences and stuff like that because I think it'll look a lot nicer, and it's also really easy to harvest the logs on these trees if we do the 4x4 saplings here. So this is one of the easiest early game methods of mining logs, and it's generally what I use all the time in my worlds. Is just build a 4x4 sapling of either these spruce logs or the jungle or dark oaks, and then I just mine a stairway up the tree and then collect the leftover blocks on the way down. The only thing is, when you get a tree like this, sometimes you won't get 4 saplings back from the leaves decaying, and then you might have to go and farm saplings every now and then. But if we get lucky with a few of those big bushy trees, we'll be fine. By using this technique, it ensures that you don't have to worry about reaching the top blocks or towering up, because you know you can get all the blocks back really easily. With dark oak, it's a little bit trickier sometimes when they've got some little side branches popping out, but most of the time it's pretty good. And see, look at that, we're getting stacks of logs already. It's super fast. I think that's exactly the same as the last one. We might have lost a few saplings there on my mistake. And I think our first delivery system is going to be gunpowder, shipping it from our creeper flusher to the open cut mine over there, because I think that'll be the most immediate bulk materials we're going to need, and that'll just save us having to come back and forward. And I'll also want to build a little sand hut somewhere which we'll store our sand in, so that we can also order sand from there to the mine. Okay, I think that should be enough logs for now. We've got about 4 stacks, and we got our saplings back. We started with 9, now have 12. So I think it's time to go and get creative here. Okay, you guys will have to let me know how this looks, but I'll just show you my basic plan. Just to come up like this. Drop a little slab there. Bring it out and drop a lantern. That way we keep the perimeter lit all along. And I've just got 8 fence blocks in between each post. And I think this could look alright on a large scale. So I think that's probably it. Lamp, slab. It does blend in quite a bit, but I think once we've got a longer stretch of the fence done, it should look a bit nicer. And we're going to keep our cows inside of this. And I do plan on lighting up the entire inside as well. I've got a little trick I want to use where we're going to put probably, I think, a torch 1 block into the ground and then a bit of green carpet over the top. And it should just blend in and look pretty much like grass. So let's do this post here and see if it comes together any better. Yeah, I think that will actually be quite nice when we get the whole edge going. Horse likes it. good because you're trapped. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a big project. I'm going to probably cut and fill some of this dirt. So skim the top parts off and fill in some of the low points just so we don't have a really lumpy, rocky paddock. Because it's just not going to look nice if it is. So flatten it out, get it looking all natural. And yeah, I think it'll be really good. See, I think it blends in enough that it's not drawing attraction from anything else that we're going to build, but at the same time, when it's night, it should light up really nicely. Take that and get some of that up ya, and one of them. Yeah, so this is where it's going to get a bit tricky here. I think we only really want to step it down one block at a time. We'll put us there. 2, 3, 4. You know what? This is a really big job. Let's just go to the nether and get some nether quartz. We'll be here all day doing this. I don't actually have a wood chest, which is annoying. So I'm just going to chuck it in here. Oh hey, I did pick up a bow. Must be from that skelly. Alrighty. Must have been... I'm not sure which ways. Yeah, no one wants to see this. Let's go out where there's some danger. Feeling adventurous. Oh, there's a strider. First one I've seen. Oh, heaps of striders. Is that a piglin? Yeah. Yeah, I still don't really know what the go is with them. Let's go up here. Couple of mushrooms, that's handy. Maybe. You know what, I'm thinking 40 is probably plenty for now. We are going to be using detector rails for this project too. I never see people use them that often in survival playthroughs, but I actually really like them. I like using minecarts for timing redstone as well as activating little things here and there. Alright, our first step is going to be to head underground here. I think if we just do a little something like this. Now's the tricky part where we have to try and plan this. And I think we want to assume that we dump the materials just here somewhere. And they're then going to have to go through sorters. Obviously it's easier to move items downwards with hoppers, since hoppers can only go down and sideways, but we're going to have to find a way to bump them up, I think, because I don't want to do everything 5 blocks below this, which would just involve a lot more digging for us early on. So I think if we just start setting up over here somewhere, we should be fine, and we can have that whole half to sort items and do local exports of our gunpowder. I really wish we could blast mine this, but I'm worried we're gonna take the roof off here. It's a bit close for comfort, so we're gonna go on without it. just as a bit of prep work for our delivery system, I'm going to mine this out. Because it's quite a tall setup. Rather than spreading out sideways, I've put it all in 2 blocks stretching vertically. So I'm just building a little staircase here so we can access it while we're working on it. Yeah, and I think this will probably do us for now, so let's get to work on this. So first thing I'm going to do is pop down, let's see, I think we're going to end the rail there. So drop our powered rail here, then a non-powered. Gonna have to expand this out more. I'm just doing our little access ramp here. Perfect. Alrighty, so the next thing we're gonna do here is drop our detector there, and then another powered rail there. And this powered rail is permanently powered. Like that. And then just below this, it activates 2 pistons. Well, that detector rail powers this piston, which pushes this, and that switches between locking and unlocking this hopper clock. This is a design I come up with on my own. There might be similar ones out there, I'm sure there is. It's just a combination of lots of different redstone mechanisms that have been discovered over the years, and I've tried to compact it into a really, in a way that we can have this and then leave one gap and then have another one straight away. So kind of really stretch it vertically so that we can squeeze heaps of them in, and you get a whole production line going. So out of this, we've then got our comparators, which detect for blocks in the hoppers. And then we just want to extend the current that these output so that it's not so weak. And then on this side, we're just going to have another vertical torch like we've used in the creeper flusher, which goes up to, let's just use cobble I guess for now. And then we just got our redstone current that runs along here. And that's pretty much that side done. And then for this side, what we do is we take this redstone, run it around, bump it up there, bump it up there, repeater goes here, and it just powers this torch. Now let's see if I can remember what I've done here. I really wish I'd brought some nicer building blocks for this because it's looking pretty trash. Wonder if I should... No, I don't want to use wood because it's flammable. Let's try this. Okay, so I think that's reset now. And then if we just run this, okay, I'm gonna have to move the whole thing lower. Okay, I've dropped this all down by about 3 or 4 blocks just so we can fit some chests overhead now. And I'll just show you. So we're going to have a double chest here. So this should actually be facing the other way. Like so. And then if we grab our hopper minecart, drop some extra rails down here. I've got 4 blocks in the bottom hopper down there. We can get rid of this for visibility. Yep, so in the other hopper I've got 4 blocks there, which should allow our hopper minecart to fill up with 2 stacks of material. So if I come here now and I put, say, that and that in there, and then can we get a button? Oh, it won't work anyway. Oh yeah, let's try this, just so we can get the full effect here. Uh-oh. Spawned by itself. Okay, that was 1 stack. Interesting. I wonder if now when we send it back, will it do 2? Maybe it had to reset. No, 1 stack again. Okay, so 4 blocks in the hopper is about 1 stack, which is awesome, right? That's so quick. So how it might work is at our open pit mine or wherever we set our destination, the hopper minecart sits at that location idle by default. And then when we want to request resource, we just hit a button. It sends it away, fills up, and gets sent back. And just like that, everything you could always want. Okay, I just wanted to explain how this works a little bit better. So, in a nutshell, as the minecart comes over here, it's going to activate the detector rail. That will then extend the piston, which pushes the redstone over this hopper. Now, to start with, there will be 4 items, or however many items you want in your clock. They start in the left hopper, which is locked by the piston, so they can't move. So then, as this gets pushed over, it allows the items to then be transferred into this hopper. This comparator will then detect the items that are in the hopper and send a signal. That signal will then turn the redstone off here, which will stop the minecart from being sent away. It'll turn that rail into a brake pad. And so at this stage, that's locked. And then when this hopper gets emptied, so all the items are in here, it then it turns off this signal, which will then allow this torch to be powered, which will then extend this piston and push the redstone block back to the starting position. Then the items will get transferred back to the original hopper, and thus this comparator will be unpowered. So once this is unpowered, that means this top row will be repowered and it will send the minecart away. Now, as the minecart gets sent away, it will activate the entire system again, but it shouldn't matter if there's nothing on top of it. It just won't do anything. And the reason I use a hopper minecart is because it's much, much faster than any other method. So a hopper minecart operates at, I don't know, more than 10 times the speed of a regular hopper and into a chest minecart. And I think, realistically, the most we're going to need of a resource is 5 stacks at a time. And if we ever want more, we can just send it back and forward a couple times and it'll still be much faster than having a hopper into a chest minecart. Okay guys, just before we go, let me know in the comments what you think of this fence design. I'd love for you to give me some feedback and things to change about it, because I feel like it is, you know, it's slightly on the basic side, but it might be simple enough that it looks good. And I'm going to jump over to my creative world now and just show you one of my solutions for splitting the rail on our delivery system. Okay, so this is what I envision for the eventual appearance of the system. Obviously not with iron blocks, they're a bit expensive for survival, but we can just stack up chests like this with a hopper connecting them, and then any of our feed from the flusher will go straight into the top chest and automatically filter down and fill them up one by one. And so you can see that. And then I was playing around with some minecart timer splits here, because what happens is we want, when the minecart comes here, to switch the rail, and so that whichever direction the minecart comes from is also the direction that it goes back. And I think what I've done over here is probably the best way to do that. So I was playing around a little bit, and pretty much what I've got here is, as the minecart comes through from one direction, it pushes the piston, which obviously sets off this observer block. That then sends a pulse. What does that do? Okay, yep, so that won't do anything as is, because it's already extended, essentially. But when it hits this second detector rail, it'll set off the observer, which pushes the redstone block, which then powers our intersection here. So the intersection will switch to this side, and it should stay there because the redstone block will stay there indefinitely. And then when the minecart gets sent back, it'll come this way, and the rail will be still set to the right. So it'll come back to the right, and then it'll hit this, which will do nothing because the redstone block will already be there. And then when it hits this one, it'll push the redstone block back and unpower that, which will switch the rail back to this direction. So let's see if this works here. So this minecart should come straight back to us, even though the rail's switched the opposite way at the moment. So see, it switches and then switches back. And that's about it. Actually, I just want to test something here quickly. If we put this back, will that still work? Because it does switch around a bit here, I think. That's just because the observer activates twice as the gravel goes up and then down. But so long as that goes up and down before this one goes up and down, it should be fine. So let's just send it. Yeah, okay, so it does switch back pretty consistently by the looks. I don't know why this didn't work, but yeah, now it's switched back to the default setting, so that should be fine. So whenever we want to split and have gunpowder, say, going to the open pit mine as well as the underground mine, we can have a system like this so that it always goes back to whichever direction the minecart came from. So that would be our Amazon delivery system, and this would be our mine. We send it, and it comes straight back to us. Cool. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Cheers. Hey guys, I just wanted to add as well that I'm going to upload some of the schematics and diagrams of the Amazon delivery system and also the rail splitter. I'm going to upload those to Instagram, so they should be up at the same time as the video. And if you want to check them out for more details or copy along, go have a look there. And let me know when you guys started using Amazon. So my first purchase, by the looks of it, was August of 2016. I'm wondering if anyone can beat that. And if you want to see some caving footage, wait around, because I'm going to throw some bonus clips on at the end here. I expanded our underground operations, and I think it's already had an improvement on our production rate because I went and lit up those caves. Alright, thanks guys, catch you later. Bye bye. Here.